That helps. Score still 2-2. Kent Nielsen. You know, there's signs of the Oilers playing satisfied. Nielsen gets the first shot, and look at the defenseman. Instead of taking Nielsen, he goes fishing for the puck. No way in the world that can happen. Let it go from there, guys. Roll her from there. Okay. Calgary player gets to the rebound. Now look in front of the net. Everybody's fishing. Nobody's taking the man. That's not a winning Edmonton Oiler Hockey Club. Look at Nielsen standing there of all people getting 4 cracks at it. Ha! They're playing happy. Right to be picked. The Jackson goal. There's the... Watch this cute little pass by Riseborough. Oh, right on Nielsen's stick again. And here it's a 2-on-1. Excellent pass. Jackson doesn't take any time at all on the stick and into the net. But certainly Jackson shouldn't have been home free. He just was forgotten all about. And that's, you start, your wings are wandering into center ice. The wings are not picking up their man. The wings are on the offensive side of their checker. Goals like that go in.
Howie, unless I miss my guess, there's no way Calgary can sit on that 2-goal lead. That's what you're saying if you're Bob Johnson.
Oh, I'll tell you, they have to dump it in, continue to take the man all over the rink. I thought for a few minutes with the score tied 2-2, I had a couple of highlights upstairs where the Calgary Flames were not taking the man through center ice. They were continually getting beaten, and all of a sudden it was switched around. They started taking the man again.
Okay, what do the Oilers have to do to get back into this game? It sounds funny, but I'm saying it. What do the Oilers have to do to get back into it?
Well, they're trying to carry the puck too much. They have to shoot it in and go in and get possession of it. Now it's just a case of who's going to go in and do the forechecking the best and come up with that puck, and whoever gets the best goaltending. I think Edwards has to play the best period of hockey of his life.
Okay, Howie, we're going to show you some highlights now from the Minnesota North Star Chicago Blackhawks series. They are in overtime, but we've got highlights. Let's take a look right now.
In these highlights from Sports Vision, Minnesota in white got the only goal of the first period on Brian Bellows' tip-in of Bobby Smith's drive. The North Stars took a 2-0 lead early in the second period on Craig Hartsburg's power play drive past Tony Esposito. Midway through the second period, Brad Maxwell took Bellows' lead and ripped a bullet past Esposito for a 3-0 Minnesota edge. But Chicago fought back. Doug Crossman's drive was converted on the rebound by Tom Lysiak for a power play goal. The Blackhawks trailed 3-2 after 2. Then early in the third period, Lysiak pounced on Darryl Sutter's rebound as the Blackhawks moved into a 3-3 tie, forcing the first overtime of the series. Jeff Davis for NBC News.
And here at the Stampede Corral in Calgary, going to the third period, the Flames lead the Edmonton Oilers 4-2. And you know, Mark Messier had 5 shots on goal in the second period, Gary Dornhofer.
Yes, he did. And Meredith in the penalty box along with Messier. You know, the Oilers also have not lost this year when they've had a lead going in the third period. They've won 42 and tied 5. Calgary Flames have won 29 and tied 5. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but I agree with Howie. If you sit on the lead against the Oilers, you will pay the price.
Jamie Hislop going to the puck, bringing it in on Kevin Lowe. Conroy going in with Fogelin after him. Hislop, the back of the net, checked by Lowe. Gretzky goes to the puck. Wayne Gretzky taken off the puck by Hislop. Conroy to Nielsen, in on Lowe, who took him out. The teams are 5 aside. 37 seconds left in the penalties to Messier and Meredith. The score 4-2 for Calgary. It was 2-2 at the end of the first period. Reinhardt's second goal of the game, and the goal by Jimmy Jackson has the Flames up by 2 as Nielsen dumps it in. It came out in front, and Reinhardt just couldn't get his stick on it, and Reinhardt really hustled.
Well, there's that lively boards that we were talking about, and if you're a full flight, you have an excellent opportunity of picking up that puck.
Reinhardt right in and went off his stick. There's going to be a penalty as he was hooked on the play. An Oiler penalty coming up. From the Stampede Corral in Calgary, this is Stanley Cup 83 on CBC.
Somebody hears he's got a problem.
Somebody's worried about his dough.
Somebody hopes it's nothing major.
I know where to go.
Need somebody, come to Speedy.
A clamp, a simple clamp, and they didn't even charge me. Speedy took me straight to the problem and not to the cleaners.
Need somebody, Speedy, come to Speedy, place to go. Need somebody, Speedy, come to Speedy, place to go. Need somebody.
Now with the penalty box area is open, we're still waiting for a player to skate over there. will pick it up as Paul Reinhardt was doing some excellent job of picking up that loose puck along the boards. Just good hustle by Reinhardt, and he drew that penalty. But there's quite a discussion going on with referee Ron Hogarth trying to decide who gets the penalty.
I thought Lee Fogelin was the one who was going to get the penalty, but it looks like Kevin Lowe is heading to the penalty box, complaining about it right now, and I think he's going to get the gate, although I thought Fogelin was the one who had hooked Reinhardt. And look at the reaction of Kevin Lowe at the penalty box. Mark Messier there with him. There's 8 seconds left of the penalties to Messier and Meredith.
Penalty to number 4, Kevin Lowe, 2 minutes for hooking. The time 1:01.
Lowe gets the gate. It almost tore it right off the boards. 1:01, the time of the penalty in this third period. Each team has had 21 minutes in penalties. And this is the 4th power play opportunity for the Flames. They're 2 for 3 with a man advantage. Jim Hunter with the puck. Hasn't played a lot tonight. Hunter moving in. Shot hit a leg. Dave Hunter, no relation to Tim, clears the puck out. Messier racing in after it as Edwards cleared it away. The Calgary power play, 23 is Reinhardt. 20 with the puck now is Eloranta. Lanny McDonald takes his pass. Hunter and Nielsen, the other 2 on the power play. As McDonald ducked away from a check and lost control of the puck. Dave Hunter clears it down the ice. Pat Hughes and Dave Hunter, the penalty killing forwards for Edmonton. Hughes goes after Eloranta. The defense for Edmonton is Randy Gregg and Don Jackson. Lanny McDonald knocked to the ice. Eloranta with the puck. Hunter goes after him. The other Hunter goes after him. And Gregg comes out with the puck. Kept in by Reinhardt. To Nielsen. Turning with the puck. To Eloranta. To Nielsen. Right in. Shoot. Blocked by Jackson. Courageously blocking the shot. A hard hit on Nielsen in the corner. Jimmy Jackson back to Reinhardt. Put it in front and deflect. Off the skate of Tim Hunter, and Andy Moog made an excellent stop.
That's a good pressure by the Calgary Flames. Well, we've talked before how lively the boards are. Howie, let's give it an example. Oh, here's Kent Nielsen. He'll take the cross-ice pass and watch through the center of your screen. That's Paul Reinhardt staying onside, beating both defensemen to the puck and getting a pretty good shot on net. Excellent bank shot off the boards, and that's how you keep the puck away from the goaltender. Now, that's one thing we had talked about. What the Flames had to do is make contact in the Edmonton zone. The only way they're going to do that is dump it in when the forward or defenseman is full flight. Lenny McDonald had gone over to the player's box here. He looked to be in considerable pain, but there he is, back out in the ice again.
30 seconds left in the Calgary power play. Chouinard to Nielsen to Chouinard. The shot, deflect. McDonald gets the puck. Reinhardt at the point. Tough in front of the net. There's going to be a penalty call.
Another penalty against the Edmonton Oilers. Mel Bridgman was in front of the net, and he took a vicious cross-check. And now the Oilers will find themselves 2 men short.
They'll be 2 men short for 16 seconds. Still no one has moved to the penalty box. And the Oilers complain to referee Hogarth, and you see Glenn Sather complaining for the bench. So is Mark Messier, a little unhappy right now. This team trailing 4-2 and running into penalty trouble. Still no one has gone to the penalty box.
I believe it was Ken Lintzman, Jim, that used the cross-check.
There he goes, Ken Lintzman.
Edmonton penalty to number 35, Andy Moog, 2 minutes for slashing. The time 2:46.
Well, that's the surprise, because Bridgman, what a cross-check he took in the back, and it wasn't Andy Moog that applied it.
So Lintzman, a player on the ice at the time of his goaltender's penalty, serves the Edmonton penalty. Moog getting the penalty. Calgary with a brief 2-man advantage. Reinhardt going for the hat trick. Couldn't get a shot. McDonald right in. The door. Mel Bridgman.
puck control. Good hockey sense by Lanny McDonald. It looked like he was going to fire the puck. Watch this. He just waited. And Bridgman, good concentration there to put that puck home because he was checked from behind. Andy Moog in no position to make the save. The third goal for Bridgman and a 5-2 lead for Calgary.
Assisted by number 9, Lanny McDonald. And number 7, Guy Chouinard. A power play goal, the time 2:56.
Edmonton were 2 men short when Bridgman scored. It's the second time in the game the Flames have scored, but the Oilers 2 men short. Edmonton still short-handed. 1 man short now. Reinhart, right in. Reinhart. Oh, the shot went off a skate to the corner. There's a minute and 25 seconds. Now a minute and 20 seconds left in Moog's minor penalty being served by Linsman. Chouinard shoots. Just missed the net. Another shot blocked in front. And Moog was cross-checking Bridgman in the traffic in front as Bridgman was screening the goaltender. Bridgman's goal is his 3rd of the playoffs. Reinhart moving in against Dave Hunter. Randy Gregg with the puck clears it out. Well, the Flame power play was scored on 3 times last night by shorthanded goals. But tonight they have scored 3 power play goals. 2 of them with the Oilers 2 men short, however. Battle for the puck in the Calgary zone with 38 seconds left in the penalty to Moog. McDonald threatened to hit Hughes, who fell, and McDonald came up with the puck. Ed Beers turning. Pass is blocked. Well checked by Hunter. A solid checker takes Beers to the side, and the puck is cleared in the Calgary zone. The score is 5-2 for Calgary. A vicious hit by Hughes on Lanny McDonald. Tim Hunter is there as well. He might get involved as a 3rd man. Pat Hughes and Lanny McDonald, the initial confrontation.
Well, a good job by Eloranta. He's picking up a loose man, so Fogelman can't get in there. But that was quite a hit by Pat Hughes.
Now Fogelman and Eloranta roughing up a little bit. Now remember, Edmonton is short-handed in this, so they have 1 fewer player on the ice than Calgary. I think Hughes might have been a little upset by that time in the corner when he was sort of embarrassed, faked to the ice and fell, and he was looking for McDonald, and he really jumped him.
That's the dangerous part when there is a pile-up, a lot of skates, players have their gloves off. That becomes so very dangerous. There's the pad and pencil by referee Ron Hogarth.
That's Dave Hunter and Tim Hunter. Pat Hughes is being sent off the ice. Oh, with 15:25 left, he's getting a lot of penalty time, or was he cut? Might have been injured in the scuffle. Now the officials try and sort it out. Tim Hunter and Dave Hunter getting pretty aggressive. How'd you like to be a linesman at a time like this?
No, thank you. They really earn their pay. They do an excellent job in the course of a season along with the referee.
When Harry Neal, the now general manager of the Vancouver Canucks, was a linesman in the International League, he said things get rough, they'd come by and say, "We're not coming in, we're not coming in." Said it stopped a lot of fights. Now Beers is getting a hold of Fogelman. We're at 4:35 of the 3rd period with Calgary leading 5-2, and Ron Finn tries to cool off Tim Hunter.
The officials talk about the 3 most feared words that they can say to 2 guys that are ready to fight. Let them go.
Of course, Edmonton's still a man short through all this scuffle. They're being outnumbered. There's 11 seconds left in Andy Moog's penalty that Ken Linsman is serving.
And Lanny McDonald, he went right to the penalty box area. And we're going to have another look at how all this took place. Watch Lanny McDonald. And Hughes, boy, what? Is that making contact?
That's a little more than a collision.
That's why we're nice and safe up here in the broadcast position. When I went back to, after I retired, Jim, back in Philadelphia, there was a big brawl, and one of the fans said to me, "Don't you wish you were out in the ice?" I said, "Are you crazy? I'm safe up here."
Dave Hunter with linesman Leon Stickle. Hunter guided to the dressing room. And Ron Hogarth will now refer to that pad where he wrote down the notes and see what penalties are going to be assessed. Well, tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Calgary.
Teleconferencing. Welcome to today's way to hold a regular interbranch meeting without ever leaving the roost.
Everyone there? Calgary?
Because travel time is money. It's all in teleconferencing. Today's way to operate. Call toll-free 1-800-361-3050 for your free booklet. And learn how to bring your people, wherever they are, under one roof. Teleconferencing. Dial a meeting of minds without the bother of meeting.
Teleconferencing. Today's way to operate.
Referee Ron Hogarth sorting things up with his linesmen and the two captains now, Phil Russell and Lee Fogelin. Two veteran National Hockey League defensemen wearing the C as the team captains, trying to get the indication of what the penalties are going to be here. Certainly Pat Hughes and Lanny McDonald and Dave Hunter of the Oilers and Tim Hunter of the Flames were sent to the dressing room, so they might be through for the night. But that's John Buckler, assistant coach to Glenn Sather up there at the Oiler bench.
Well, last night, the Flames gave up 3 shorthanded goals. Tonight, they have excelled with 3 power play goals. Let's have a look at that last one by Bridgman. Howie?
Well, a great move by Yellinen out on the point. Made it all possible. Oiler defenseman comes out and makes a mistake of going down and trying to block the shot. Now, all of a sudden, it's 5-on-2. Great pass to McDonald, who's home free. He throws it across the Bridgman, but in it goes. It's pretty tough to try to go down and block a shot when you're playing 5 against 3. If you don't block that shot, you're in trouble.
Well, again, we had mentioned, Jim, that when you have a 2-man advantage, especially with the talent that the Flames can throw out on a power play, they all handle the puck so well, they can shoot, they can pass, you should score.
And, of course, 2 of their 3 power play goals came with Edmonton 2 men short. When you're expected to score in that situation, Don Edwards waiting for a play to resume, and the captains continue to talk to Ron Hogarth, who's from Barrie, Ontario. Came into the game as 35 years of age and might be closer to 40 right now.
This morning, Don Edwards called me. He was my wake-up call, and we talked about last night's game, and he wasn't sure that he was playing tonight, but he said, I hope that I'm going to be the goaltender. I'm looking forward to the challenge against the Oilers. I've played well against them, and I want another opportunity. And he got it, and he has responded.
The Chicago Blackhawks have defeated the Minnesota North Stars 4-3 in Minnesota. Rich Preston from Regina, Saskatchewan scored the winning goal for the Chicago Blackhawks in the 11-minute, didn't get the seconds, but 11-something of overtime.
Well, they lead the series now 3-1, and they go back to Chicago Wednesday night with an opportunity of taking care of that series. And, of course, the Blackhawks or the North Stars will play the winner of this series right here, Edmonton and Calgary. Cliff Fletcher, general manager, has to be pleased with what he's seen tonight. I think the true Calgary Flames have come forth because they have played some excellent games here at the Corral.
In fact, their home record here in Calgary, the regular season, 21 wins, 12 losses, and 7 ties, 12th best in the league. Of course, the Oilers' road record is the very best in the NHL, 22 wins, 12 losses, and 6 ties, so the Oilers have the best road record in the league. Well, the Rangers and the Islanders are all tied, and let's get some highlights from Madison Square Garden in New York.
First period action, no score. The Rangers in white. Ron Duguay across the Islanders line. He sent us to George McPhee. He deflects the shot past Roland Melanson. It was 1-0 Rangers. Then in the third period, Rangers still lead 1-0. Ranger goalie Ed Mio starts the play. His pass goes to Andras Hedberg, who beats Mike McEwen. McEwen trips up Hedberg, who then feeds Mark Pavelich. Pavelich fires the low shot. 2-0, the Rangers have the lead. Minutes later, Reijo Ristolainen from the slot fires the wrist shot past Melanson. The Rangers go on to beat the Islanders 3-1 to tie the series at 2 wins apiece. This is Scott Clark reporting for NBC News.
Well, good for the Rangers because they were outplayed quite badly in Long Island, and they bounced back. So Herb Brooks has his team charged up. Now it's up to Al Arbor to get his troops ready when they go back to Long Island Wednesday night.
Lee Fogelin has just left the ice and gone to the Edmonton dressing room. Here come the penalties.
Edmonton, number 12, Dave Hunter, 2 minutes for roughing, a 10-minute misconduct, and a second 10-minute misconduct penalty. Number 11, correction, number 16, Pat Hughes, 2 minutes for high sticking and 2 minutes for roughing. Number 2, Lee Fogelin, 5 minutes for fighting and a game misconduct. To the Flames, number 9, Lanny McDonald, 2 minutes for high sticking and 5 for fighting. Number 19, Tim Hunter, 2 minutes for roughing, a 10-minute misconduct and a second 10-minute misconduct penalty. Number 20, Kerry Alaranta, 5 minutes for fighting and a game misconduct. Time of the penalties, 4:35.
Well, there's some players who are going to get an early exit. We're going to have to get a little help on those. But I'm sure you heard them all as Lanny McDonald gets 7 minutes in total. 5 for fighting and 2 for high sticking. Tim Hunter gets 2 for roughing and 2 10-minute misconducts. And Alaranta 5 for fighting and a game misconduct. And the Edmonton penalties, Pat Hughes, who got in that initial collision with Lanny McDonald, gets a double minor, high sticking and roughing. And Dave Hunter, 2 for roughing and a couple of misconducts. And Lee Fogelin gets 5 for fighting and a game misconduct. So Alaranta, Dave Hunter, Fogelin, and Tim Hunter are through for the night.
Jim, we're going to see now a 3-on-3 situation, and that is the type of hockey that the Oilers excel on. You got a lot of open ice area, not very many players out on the ice, and that's when the guys like Gretzky, Messier, Curry, and Anderson excel in. So let's keep an eye on what kind of an attack the Oilers can come up with.
There's still 15 minutes and 25 seconds left in the hockey game as Kent Nielsen gets ready for a face-off against Wayne Gretzky. A lot of room to skate. The teams at Forest side, including the goaltenders. Calgary leading 5 goals to 2. Charlie Huddy to Paul Coffey to Huddy. Watched by Steve Conroy. Wayne Gretzky in on Reinhardt and Conroy. Gretzky to Huddy. Lost the puck to Kent Nielsen. Conroy can't reach it.
You're going to see a lot of one-on-one situations now. See if the Flames can handle that and try to stop the Oilers, check the Oilers. We had a good example. Everybody picked up a man, and they were able to stymie Edmonton at the blue line.
Coffey with the puck. The shot blocked. Conroy picking it up. Gretzky moves at him. Reinhardt, who played an outstanding game. Going for the hat trick. Loose puck in front. Cole made the save. Puck by the post. Close call as Jamie Hislop almost scored. Reinhardt. Shoot. Missed the net. Hislop. Coffey took him in the corner. Didn't knock him off the puck. Hislop still got it. Reinhardt to Hislop. Conroy for Reinhardt. Intercepted. Charlie Huddy has the puck. Gretzky couldn't quite get the pass. Conroy and Gretzky go after it. Gretzky keeps working for that puck. Conroy tying him up. Jamie Hislop gets possession. The crowd going wild in the Stampede Corral as their Flames have come to life after being down 3 games to nothing and being badly beaten last night. But this is not over. 13:42 left, third period. Nice move. Low right in. Loose puck in front. Messier centered it, intercepted by Hislop. Kevin Lowe with a great move, just failed to score. Takes out Hislop, gets the puck. In comes Mark Messier. Messier. McCowan goes after him. Takes him off the puck. Big play by Jamie McCowan. Puck too far ahead for Rydesbrough. Greg going after it. Icing called on the Flames.
You know, one thing that the Flames have to be very concerned about, as soon as the Oilers gain possession in their own zone, right away, the other forwards that are on the ice, they'll break for the openings. They'll head offensively. So the Flames, if they're going to drop the puck, they better be very sure that somebody is back or somebody's in a position to take that drop pass in the Oilers zone. I always like to see you move that puck ahead. Move that puck ahead. Keep puck control. The Flames don't need any more goals. They've got enough. Now they have to be able to stop the Oilers.
Face off in Calgary territory. 13:10 left on the clock. And there's that great view along the ice.
An extra player has been added, so now the teams are playing four-a-side.
Linsman and Rydesbrough on the face-off. Leon Stickle waves Linsman out, gets him an earful. Willie Lindstrom went in to take the face-off. The Flames get possession. Richie Dunn back of the net. 13 minutes left in the third period. Calgary 5, Edmonton 2. McCown dumping it in. Gregg and Rydesbrough after the puck. Rydesbrough wins the battle for the puck. Dumb shot is blocked. McCown put it to the corner to Meredith. Number 6 is Richie Dunn shooting. It's blocked. Meredith working hard, but the puck is brought up by Linsman. Linsman to Huddy. Takes the shot. Edwards made the save. Linsman pounces on the puck. Taken out by Greg Meredith. Doug Rydesbrough behind the net for Doug. Didn't see it. Linsman with the puck. Centering it. McCown covering the front of the net. Doug Rydesbrough. In on Charlie Huddy and Paul Coffey. Drop pass. Cheers. Shoots. Missed the net. Rebound. McCown shoots. Went past Andy Mogan out the other side. Jamie McCowan came close to scoring. It's still 5-2 Calgary. This is Wayne Gretzky in on McCowan and Conroy. The shot. Glove save by Edwards.
Well, the goaltending has stood out in this third period. First, Andy Moog had one just slither by the crease areas. Jamie McCowan was able to get a piece of it. You know, you think that the guys aren't shooting that puck. Watch McCowan. It just slips past Andy Mogan, the goal post, and just goes out the other side. Now you look at number 99, Wayne Gretzky, at about 165, 70 pounds. I think he doesn't have a hard shot, and Edwards had to be very sharp on that one to pick that one out of the screen and make the glove save. He gets every single pound into that shot and lets it rip.
Jamie Hislop off the board for Kent Nielsen. Intercepted by Wayne Gretzky. Mark Messier in on Paul Reinhardt. Messier now gets the puck. Loses it to Nielsen. To Hislop. Brought in by Reinhardt. Checked off the stick. Gretzky turning with the puck. Messier to Coffey. Ran into a check. Gretzky passing it to the left circle. Huddy shoots it blocked. Another shot blocked by Reinhardt. Waits for the puck. Kent Nielsen trying to get loose. Coffey with great skating. Got to the puck first. Jamie Hislop stealing the puck. Puck around on the boards, picked up by Coffey. And the teams are now at full strength. Or correct that, Edmonton's now on a power play. Confused by the overlapping penalties. Edmonton with a man advantage. Meredith with the puck. Play goes on. Meredith covers up the puck. Glenn Anderson stands over him.
Now Meredith doing a pretty good job as he was hauled down in the corner and was able to hang on to that puck. You know, that last rush by Kent Nielsen looked like he was going to have a breakaway. Showed you the speed of Paul Coffey. That's why he can gamble offensively, because he has that speed to come back and break up plays defensively. 2:18 left to go in the Oilers' power play.
10:42 left in the third period. Lowe getting the puck, intercepted. Mel Bridgman getting a break. Bridgman in on goal. Bouncing puck. Didn't go in. It bounced it off Meredith. play goes on. The red light went on after the puck went off Meredith's skate. Anderson brings it in. Gretzky bounces away from Curry. Russell couldn't get it out. Edwards will cover it up.
You're going to hear a discussion about that. Everybody heading to the other end. The goal judge is pointing to, I don't know what he's pointing at. Oh, the beauty of a replay. Mel Bridgman on a breakaway, kicks it ahead. He's in pursuing Kevin Lowe. There's the shot. Now let's see if we can pick up where that puck is. Well, we can't tell if it's over the line, but Meredith is there. The goal will count. Let's see if we can pick it up from another angle. Now watch Meredith coming in, picking up that loose puck. It's in the crease area. Can't really tell. Well, you be the judge.
You could never tell for sure.
No. You know, the way the Oilers are arguing, I think perhaps Ron Hogarth is going to allow the goal.
The red light just flicked on briefly, and then the goal judge turned it off. By the time he turned it on, the play had started back towards center ice. Wayne Gretzky arguing with Ron Hogarth.
All right, watch Bridgman and Lowe and Meredith. Smart play by Meredith to follow up the play. There's the puck right along the crease area. Now we lose sight of it. And then so you really can't tell. The goal judge probably had the best view of it.
Or Wayne Gretzky might have had a better view of it. It was Gretzky who fished it.
Assisted by number 26, Mel Bridgman. The time, 9:50.
Meredith will get credited for the goal. His third in the playoffs. Bridgman on the assist. And there was quite a scramble in that crease area. And Jim, in the replay, we couldn't really tell if the puck had crossed the goal line. As you had mentioned, Gretzky was there. He was fishing at it, trying to get it out of the crease area. The goal judge had put the light on. And what a turn of events. And now the Flames lead by 4 goals. And they still are a man short. So that's a shorthanded goal for the Flames.
A shorthanded goal by Greg Meredith. By the way, the goal judges are from Vancouver. Kenny Linsman and Kent Nielsen ready to face, or Anderson now facing off against Nielsen as Linsman was waved out of the circle. Coffey back to get the puck. The Oilers still have the man advantage for 1 minute and 39 seconds. Now there's 10 minutes left in the third period. The score is 6-2 for Calgary. Glenn Anderson fights off a check. Anderson right in. A shot stop. The rebound. Linsman scores. Kenny Linsman. And it's 6-3.
Well, that's a power play goal as McDonald had 1:27 left to go in his penalty. But defensively, boy, you've got to take the man out. Conroy had good position. And then the drop pass, and Linsman gets his own rebound. But defensively, Conroy was just not able to take Anderson off the puck just inside the blue line. Good play by Linsman to follow up with Edwards out challenging. He had an easy time putting it in the far net.
And now another long discussion. And there's been a lot of discussing tonight. Glenn Sather at the Oiler bench.
Now let's watch as they drop pass to Linsman from Anderson with Edwards out making the save. And Linsman just picks up his own rebound, getting the shot away before Paul Reinhardt was able to try to knock that puck away.
By number 13, Ken Linsman. Assisted by number 9, Glenn Anderson, and number 22, Charlie Hoodie. A power play goal. The time at 10:08.
This is Hockey Night in Canada from the Stampede Corral in Calgary.
Why don't you just buy her some perfume?
No, it's not good enough. No, you know what you could do? You could get her one of those little purses that sits on the hip and has the,
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
Hey, wait a second. What about one of those big purses?
You keep on getting together. Keep on having your fun.
Why don't you get her a dishwasher? She's already got one.
Think a little loud. Keep on drinking your ex cause keeps on tasting great.
Lensman's goal assisted by Anderson and Huddy at 10:08 on a power play to make it a 6-3 hockey game. Low with the puck. And the team's at full strength now as Gretzky flips it in. Greg Meredith back for the puck. Messier took him out high and hard.
Notice that Mark Messier is now playing with Gretzky. That also happened in Game 3 in the third period where Glenn Sather made that switch.
Willie Lindstrom, number 19, also on the line as Messier brings it in with a nice move. Gretzky going for the net. Gretzky right in his shot at the outside of the post. 8 minutes, 54 seconds left of the clock. They're starting to bump and bump out there now. Watch everywhere. Messier shot right on. Edwards makes the save and sweeps it aside for Reinhart. Mel Bridgman with the puck. Lanny McDonald shoots. It deflects to Andy Moe, who sweeps it aside. Coffey coming back. Paul Coffey, but they're offside. And Coffey mixes it up with Russell.
Had quite a few board meetings tonight, haven't we?
I don't know who the chairman of the board is, but... Well, with the score, Calgary 6, Edmonton 3. This is Stanley Cup 83.
When CN says we're in business for Canada, we mean the whole country. In the West, for example, CN has begun doubling its main track. Where there is a single line now, there will be two. Why? Because more efficient transportation of grain and other exports benefits every Canadian and helps to build a truly national economy. CN, in business for Canada.
There was 2-2 at the end of the first period, 4-2 for Calgary at the end of the second. Now 6-3 with 8:27 left on the clock.
Jim, a good rule to remember by the Flames now is don't leave the defensive zone until the puck is over the blue line. Don't be looking for that long pass to get more goals. Again, they have enough. They don't want to give up anymore.
Charlie Huddy to Paul Coffey, shooting it wide. Dunn. In goes Cody to check Richie Dunn. Russell, back of the net. Kept in by Huddy. Russell getting the puck. Hughes rode him high. And the play is called an offside pass.
Now, Kenny Linsman had just scored a power play goal, but Howie, I think you want to talk about the missed check on that play.
Right on, Gary. Glenn Anderson will pick up the puck right here in a pass, and now he's one-on-one with Steve Conroy. He takes to the inside and goes to the outside, just squeezes by the boards. Will go in now and get the original shot on Edwards. Linsman comes in for the rebound and tucks it in the high corner. Can't miss checks like that.
8 minutes left on the clock. Calgary 6, Edmonton 3. Oilers lead the series 3-0. And trying to come back late in Game 4. They are flying home tonight after the game, win or lose. Ray Cote shooting it in. Dave Lumley hustles in on Lanny McDonald. As Lumley fell, moving in after the puck. Russell put it off the glass and out.
A smart play by Russell now. Couldn't make a real good pass, so just dump it out. That is really playing good hockey in your own zone. Nobody to pass it to. Just get it over that blue line.
And Lanny McDonald has just dumped it in to allow a line change. Ken Linsman coming in on Steve Conroy. Linsman right in. Score! Kenny Linsman. It's 6-4.
Well, that's another no-no. Back in, back in. And you give an example. Everybody is back, and watch Jackson tries to make contact, but with the stick. Can't do that. And Linsman, using that wrist shot, beats goaltender Don Edwards. Well, Glenn Sather had said, what an acquisition to this hockey club, because Ken Linsman, with his speed and with his puck handling, can turn a game around so quickly. And all of a sudden, the Oilers are within 2.
Ken Linsman from Kevin Lowe at 12:45. And they're offside this time at the Flame blue line. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment.
Ford invites you to the new school of automotive design called Thunderbird, where form always follows function, where aerodynamic looks contribute to greater road command, where shape, performance, braking, and handling are all a single unified piece. The 1983 Thunderbird. Clean, lean, exciting. Have you driven a Ford lately?
The time is so much a factor now. 7:11 left in the third period. Linsman, Lindstrom, and Anderson up front for Edmonton. Reinhardt chasing the puck from behind the net. Hislop tipped it off the board. Bridgman hustling after it. Glenn Anderson there with him as Bridgman passes it off. Meredith is offside. 6:55 left. Boy, this Linsman is really giving Edmonton a lift right now.
Boy, is he ever. And Bob Johnson is a little concerned now as they turn of events. It looked like an insurmountable lead, but against the Edmonton Oilers, there isn't any lead that is safe because they have that explosive power in their lineup. Every guy in their lineup can score goals.
6:55 left. Oilers had possession, but Doug Reinsborough steals the puck. Lanny McDonald, a wrist shot, deflecting wide. Jackson put it back of the net. Here comes Mark Messier. Coffey with the puck. His pass tipped away. Doug Reinsborough couldn't get it to Lanny McDonald. Here comes Messier and Gretzky, joined by Curry. Gretzky centering it. Lanny McDonald coming back, intercept, checked off the puck. Gretzky from back of the net, centering it, tipped away in front. Jackson wheels and gets it out. There's still time for an Edmonton comeback, 6:18 on the clock. And you know that disputed goal credited to Greg Meredith looms rather large right now.
Well, I remember a goal that didn't go in the Winnipeg series, which Paul Coffey scored, and that also was a big one. So maybe it's poetic justice.
Gary Curry going to the puck. Randy Gregg lost it, but it's recovered and brought out by Messier. Chased by Jackson. 5:45 left on the clock. 6-4. Calgary leads by 2. They've never trailed in this game. Pat Hughes bumping with Kevin LaValle. Kevin Lowe and Greg Meredith go after the puck. Lumley takes a shot. Oh, it deflects just wide. There was Gretzky going to the front of the net. Tipping it high and off the target. 5:22 left. Yellowman puts it hastily into his own zone. Dunn going to the puck. Off the boards and hits Jose, centering it. Loose puck in front. Greg Meredith gets the puck for the Flames. To Yellowman. To Dunn. Coming in on Honey. Honey broke up the play. 5 minutes left in regulation time. Jose. Yellowman gets the puck out. He ices it. A little bit of panic starting to show in the Calgary Flames zone, and they're called for icing the puck. Live from Calgary, the Stanley Cup playoff.
Thank you. Oh, and remember, at Holiday Inn, you get our no excuses guarantee in writing. Everything in your room will be right, or we'll make it right. No excuses, or that night you stay free. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Now, what other hotel chain gives you that guarantee? A guarantee that comes from every one of us at Holiday Inn to you. Because we want to take care of you. We give you a guarantee, not excuses.
To the north side, press
Well, that's the story. The Flames by 2, 6-4 lead with 4:47 left to go. There was a little altercation in the center ice area. Kent Linseman right in the middle of it. When you're on for the Oilers, they love him. When you're playing against them, you hate him.
Well, he's the guy that's really sparking the Edmonton comeback. His 2 goals cut the lead to 6-4. Curry and Gretzky scored the first period goals for the Oilers. Anderson and Nielsen facing off. Reinhardt put it on the boards for Bridgman, clearing it out. Glenn Anderson to Willie Lindstrom. Back in the corner for Anderson. Lindsman racing after the puck as Reinhardt banks it on the board. Hislop battling for it. Randy Gregg keeps it in. Put in front by Lindsman. Steered away. Conroy takes it back to the net. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock. Conroy bringing it out. Reinhardt checked at center ice. Gets the puck again and sweeps it in. 2 goals by Reinhardt. Others by McDonald, Jackson, Bridgman, and a disputed goal credited to Greg Meredith for Calgary. An offside at the Flame blue line, stopping the play.
A good play by Richie Dunn. He caused the offside by challenging the Oilers as they were crossing that zone, but the Oilers right now are coming at the Flames just one wave after another. They're not going to give up. They would like to finish this series in 4 games. Rest up for the next one.
Huddy and Coffey on the Edmonton defense. Messier, Curry, and Gretzky up front as they swarm into the Calgary zone. Lanny McDonald getting the puck. Coming out with Doug Rysbrough and Jimmy Jackson. McDonald in on Curry. Russell gambles a bit, goes in deep. Hustles back as the Oilers get possession. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left. Mark Messier. Offside is called by Leon Stickle.
Well, Jim, you mentioned about Phil Russell gambling. Well, he was going in offensively, but number 9, Lanny McDonald, was doing a pretty good job of covering up. And now as soon as Russell gets back to his defensive position, that'll allow McDonald to go in and play up front again. But good coverage. That's what we mean by knowing what's happening on the ice. Sized up the situation and did exactly what he was supposed to do in that case.
Rysbrough and Messier facing off. Messier draws it to Huddy, shooting it in. Jackson clears it out. Rysbrough battling for the puck. Charlie Huddy takes over. Knocked down at the line by Reinhardt. Loose puck. Huddy goes after it. 3 minutes, 14 seconds left. Calgary 6, Edmonton 4. Edmonton leads the series 3 games to nothing. Jimmy Jackson back-checking. Breaks up the play, dumps the puck out. It's a long ways to the International League to the Stanley Cup playoffs, but that's the route Jimmy Jackson has taken, number 16 for the Flames, and he scored a goal for them tonight. Conroy pass hits Jackson. Conroy gets the puck again. Getting a little room. Messier back for the puck. 2 minutes, 42 seconds left. Messier slowed up by Reinhardt and through the play offside.
Now the Flames are hanging on, just hanging on. 2:37. You know, this restores my faith in professional athletes. It's the effort that the Flames have come up with tonight. Even if they would lose this game, the effort was there, and that was really important for them individually and also as a team.
A far different performance than last night. Of course, the Oilers were outstanding last night in their 10-2 victory. Here's the steal. Ralston scores! Tom Ralston! 2 minutes, 28 seconds left, and it's 6-5.
Don't go home yet. Now Tom Ralston steals one, lets that wrist shot go to the far corner. Edwards had committed himself, and Ralston beats him to the left side. Dunn lost control of the puck. He was trying to glove it ahead, and Ralston, who was on top of him immediately, caused that turnover. What a finish. That's Ralston's first goal of the playoffs.
17:32, the time of the goal. It's 6-5.
Goal scored by number 24, Tom Ralston. Assisted by number 4, Kevin Lowe, and number 21, Randy Gregg.
Mel Bridgman Bridgman. Great save by Andy Moog on Bridgman. Bridgman had a chance to widen the gap. In comes Dave Hunter. The crowd going wild. It's a frantic finish. And that's the way it should be to say goodbye to the old corral. Loose puck in front of the net. Still loose. Penalty coming up. Conroy is going to get a holding penalty by the looks of it. And the Oilers, trailing by a goal, will have the man advantage.
Conroy heading for the penalty box area. Again, the Oilers with a lot of pressure in front. Let's have a look at it as Conroy is all over Lovely and hauls them down. And with 1:48 left to go, we'll find out what kind of defense the Flames can come up with.
Conroy for holding at 18-12.
Ralston goal, bringing Edmonton to within one. Lowe and Greg got the assists on Tom Ralston's goal.
And out comes number 13, Ken Linsman, who has ignited the Edmonton Oilers, scoring 2 goals, and Ralston adding another one. 6-5, 1:48 left. The Flames respond. They like to see the Flames hang on.
Did you ever expect that disputed goal credited to Meredith that made it 6-2 would be so important? Face off to the left of Edwards. Wayne Gretzky on the power play. Anderson put it in front. It's swept away. Now here is one situation where Calgary can ice the puck and it won't cost them a face-off. They're short-handed. Wayne Gretzky shoots. Just missed the net. 6-5, Calgary lead. 1 minute, 28 seconds left in regulation time.
Jamie Hislop's got the right idea. He's going right after the Oilers. Don't give them an easy time coming out of their own end.
Ken Nielsen stole the puck. Lost control of it. Mark Messier fights off a check. Offside. 1:12 left.
Again, some excellent hustle by Jamie Hislop and also Captain Bill Russell to break up that play, caused the offside. We'll keep our eye on goaltender Andy Moog and possibility of a timeout by the Edmonton Oilers to discuss strategy.
Well, Gary, we've talked a lot about the character of the Calgary Flames tonight. Now we're seeing a lot of the character of the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, we had mentioned, Jim, you can never count the Oilers out at any stage of the hockey game because they come to play. They want to finish it. Watch Gretzky. See everybody backing in. He uses Reinhardt as a screen. Edwards got just a piece of it, but that shot would have been just wide of the net.
A timeout called, and Don Edwards gets a little breather in a pressure cooker right now. Bob Johnson, pretty cool in this situation.
Coach Glenn Sather, he's seen his team come back many times. He's got the players he wants out there. There's goaltender Andy Moog about 20 feet out of his net. As soon as the Oilers get into the Calgary zone, get good possession of that puck, you'll find Andy Moog heading for the players' box. And what's really important, Jim, is that the Oiler player not jump on the ice until Andy Moog is in that bench area, or it'll be whistled down. One of the linesmen will watch for that.
Remember, it was 6-2 with 10 minutes left, and now it's 6-5. Linsman with a pair and Ralston have brought the Oilers back. Coffey shoots it in. Moog is coming towards the bench, but he's still on the ice. Wayne Gretzky keeping it in. Russell knocked it down. The net is empty now. Ken Nielsen stick handing it out. Going for an empty net. Jamie Hislop. Shoot. Hit the goal post. 51 seconds. 51 seconds left. Don't go away.
Don't go away. It's right. Oh, boy. Ken Nielsen. I'm telling you, if he would have been checked or stripped from that puck, some anxious moments. Watch this by Nielsen. Just give it the how do you do, and then move out. There's Hislop, empty net, the shot, crossbar, and the Oilers are still alive. Andy Moog is back in the net.
51 seconds. Ken Nielsen showing some of that magic. That's what they call it.
Well, he's played a lot stronger game tonight than he did in the first three, and that's what the Flames need. Everybody to play at the top of their game. Like Coach Bob Johnson said, we need overachievers to win.
Oilers get possession. Gretzky to Coffey. Move coming for the bench again. Coffey moving in. Lindsman in front. A shot went wide. Pistol put it off the board. Gets it out. Move comes to the bench. The goal is empty again. 34 seconds left. Messier moves in. Shoot! Edwards stopped it. Reinhardt put it off the board. Lumley trying to keep it in. Lindsman passes. Gretzky centered it. Edwards blocked it. Puck is cleared out. There won't be icing because Calgary's short-handed. Look at the time. You count it down. That's what they'll do here in Calgary. What a frantic finish. Messier. Coffey just missed the net. The Flames are going to send it back to Edmonton. Game 5, Wednesday at the Northland Coliseum.
Well, we had talked before that in the third period, Edwards had to come up big. Well, he did him at last onslaught by the Oilers. A sliding save to preserve the victory. Let's watch it again. Kenny Lindsman moving that puck around. To the left of your screen, Edwards slides across and takes a goal away from Mark Messier.
The final score, the Calgary Flames 6, the Edmonton Oilers 5.
Over the years, your changing fuel needs have caused changes in us.
Morning, Joe. Time for gasoline.
In 1939, Esso introduced their new premium.
Esso Extra, please.
With the post-war car boom, the need for gasoline grew. Then came lower-cost self-serve.
Fill her up.
Yes, sir.
Unleaded gasoline.
Premium unleaded, please.
Diesel. And down the road, propane and future fuels. Anticipating your needs makes us better.
You make us better, you do. Esso.
Why, you should get your next tune-up at Canadian Tire.
You know, a tune-up is only as good as the guy who does it. Sure, equipment, even computers are important, but you want a guy who knows what he's doing. A certified mechanic who'll tend to all those little details. You want a guy who's proud of what he's doing, so he'll make sure the job's done right. You know, I'm a guy like that. Hey! Oh, and so are all these other guys.
There's a lot more to Canadian Tire than tires.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's Molson 3 stars as selected by Scott Haskins of the Calgary Sun. First star of tonight's game from the Flames, number 9, Lanny McDonald. Tonight's second star from the Oilers, number 99, Wayne Gretzky. Third star of tonight's game from the Flames, number 23, Paul Reinhardt.
A long but very, very entertaining hockey game. The Calgary Flames hanging on to win it 6-5 and stay alive in the series. We'd like to remind you right now, Game 5 will be coming your way on Wednesday from the Northlands Coliseum. That's a 9 o'clock Eastern Time start and 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Now let's join Jim and Gary.
Thank you, Steve. Gary, everybody in Calgary today was moaning about the 10-2 loss, and it's all over. It isn't over.
It's never over till it's over. No, you got to hand it to the Calgary Flames. A lot of guts. I'm telling you got to reach to this area here. Heart, professional pride, and they showed it. A couple of outstanding players. I thought Paul Reinhardt,
terrific.
Excellent. He logged a lot of ice time. I mean, talk about stamina. Lanny McDonald, he couldn't walk yesterday. Forget about the injuries. I want to play. Don Edwards made the crucial saves when he had to, and the list goes on, but they played hard. They went after the Oilers.
And Kenny Lindsman was the guy who brought the Oilers back with those 2 quick goals.
Well, we mentioned before that you never count the Oilers out. They have a lot of scoring power. They did against the Jets in Game 3, showed that they could come back, and they made it awfully interesting right to the very end when Edwards made that sliding save against Mark Messier.
And, of course, the disputed goal to Greg Meredith looms very large, proves out to be the winner.
Yes, it does, and it just goes to show you that the breaks sometimes play a very important part in the game of hockey. And the Oilers, they've had their share, and I'm sure the Calgary Flames have had their share. And we always say that during the course of a season, the breaks break out evenly. But tonight, it certainly helped Calgary.
Now we're looking forward to hearing from a real standout in this game tonight. And here's Steve Armitage.
Thank you very much, Jim. You're looking now at Paul Reinhardt, the game's third star. Could have been the first star, 2 goals, including his 6th of the playoffs. Paul, the first thing you said to me when you came in was, boy, can they come back.
Oh, they're just an explosive team. They've got, everybody talks about stopping Gretzky, and geez, the first game we stopped Gretzky, and then Messier comes through, and if it's not him, it's Anderson or Coffey or Linsman. They're just, they're an outstanding hockey club, and if we're going to continue to beat them, we're just going to have a good, solid 20 guys working.
The intensity was there tonight for the Flames. What did Bob Johnson say to you people before this one?
I don't know if it was so much what he said or what we said to ourselves was that, we've just got to come back, and after, you don't want to end the season on the note like last night, and for our own personal satisfaction, let's come back and take 1 game at a time. We had to win 4 at the beginning of the series, and now we've got to win 3, so we'll just have to keep fighting back.
Gary mentioned it seemed to us that you put in an awful lot of ice time tonight. Any idea how much you played?
Really, it's hard to say, probably about 35 minutes, but the thing is that late in the game, Kerry Elorante got the boot, and that, it leaves us with basically 1 or 2 right defensemen, so, that added in that little extra ice time. 6 goals so far for you in the series. They're going in. They are. For all the times that they don't go in, they seem to be making it up now, and they are going in right now, which
Okay.
I hope they continue to.
Well, let's look ahead to Game 5, Wednesday night in Edmonton.
Well, I think that, if you're going to try and beat them in their own building, what you're going to have to do is come out a lot more intense than what they do, and that is much tougher than what it seems. They're an intense team in their own building, and we're just going to have to prove to ourselves and to everybody that we can be intense too and come out and play well.
Did you honestly think that you'd be in a situation where you'd be going back to Edmonton?
Yeah, but we thought we'd have more than just 1 win right now. I guess, we knew we were going to go back, and we're just going to make sure we give it our all.
Okay, thank you very much. Paul Reinhardt, the 3rd star in tonight's hockey game, and a big win it was for the Calgary Flames, 6-5 over the Edmonton Oilers, forcing a 5th game on Wednesday night in Edmonton. Those 3 stars, once again, Lanny McDonald, Wayne Gretzky, and Paul Reinhardt. Game 5, Wednesday night at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton. The Oilers, of course, lead the series by a margin of 3-1. There were lots of people in Calgary who said the Flames were finished. They couldn't come back, that the Edmonton Oilers were going to wrap this series up, but we do have a 5th game on Wednesday night. And now, this is Steve Armitage bidding you good night for Stanley Cup 83 from Calgary.
Live on CBC, Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Molson, bringing you the finest in hockey broadcasting for 25 years. Canadian Tire. There's more to Canadian Tire than tires. Canadian National, in business for Canada. Esso, responding to your needs makes us better. You make us better. And by Ford of Canada. At Ford, quality is job one, right down the line.
This program is protected by copyright and is intended solely for the entertainment and enjoyment of the viewing audience. Reproduction by any means, in whole or in part, without the express written permission of Hockey Night in Canada, is prohibited.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue Wednesday night here on CBC. This is Al Arbor, the New York Islanders. Be sure to join Hockey Night in Canada for all the thrills and excitement.